children with autism, they are lacking in empathy, emotional empathy, which we know must involve mirror neurons. They are unable to adopt somebody else's point of view on a conceptual level, possibly even at a perceptual level. And this also is something that you ascribe this function to mirror neurons, and that's missing in autism, not impoverished in autism. So there's a lack of emotional empathy. There's also a lack of pretend play. Pretend play, by definition, in normal children, non-autistic children, requires that you put yourself in the shoes of that doll or that action figure. Pretend you're Superman. Suspend reality for a short while. Pretend you're Superman. This autistic children are incapable of doing. It's undoubtedly one of the functions of mirror neurons. You need to tap into mirror neurons in order to put yourself in the shoes of the action figure. And also sophisticated imitation, which is missing in many autistic children, is another function of mirror neurons. Impoverished language is something that you see in autistic children. So if you make a list of all the properties, emotional empathy, theory of other minds, imitation, pretend play, and you look at all those functions of mirror neurons and make a tabular column of the functions that are deficient in autism, there's almost a perfect fit. This is what led us to suggest over 10 years ago, or maybe, about 10 years ago, that mirror neuron dysfunction might be the basis of autism, might be one of the major causes of autism. Now, there are several groups which have shown this to be true doing brain imaging, but there's one group who claims they don't see a mirror neuron deficit. So what I'm arguing is this is highly speculative. At this point, I would say the evidence is suggestive but not compelling, or persuasive but not compelling. So we have to wait and see. The question is the mirror neuron system completely deranged, or is there some residual activity still there? And I suspect there's some residual activity. And can you tap into this activity by using biofeedback? You know, there are EEG signals associated with mirror neurons and mirror neuron deficiency. So can the patient be taught to enhance, by watching the computer screen and by using biofeedback, enhance the EEG signal, thereby indirectly recruiting more neurons and enhancing the activity of mirror neurons? This is still very experimental, but people are trying it. The other possibility is mirror neuron systems may have specific transmitters associated with them. It wouldn't be surprising, for example, if, we all know that ecstasy enhances empathy. It's quite possible it's acting through the mirror neuron system, especially parts of the mirror neuron system that are in the insular cortex and parts of the mirror neuron system that are concerned with emotional empathy. So maybe if you knew what transmitters were involved, you can engineer drugs that tap into that and enhance the activity of the mirror neuron system. Another way is to do exercises by synchronized dancing like Rockettes, using multiple mirror reflections to enhance the activity of mirror neurons. All of this is hypothetical and purely speculative, unlikely to work, but worth trying.